Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, March 9th, 2025. I am on my way to the San Diego Fire Department's training facility for the CERT Academy, number 48. CERT stands for Community Emergency Response Team. I was a graduate of CERT Academy 47, which was last fall, and so when I found out the CERT Academy 40 started up, I wanted to make sure I get volunteering, see how many more people I could get, and they see that even the people that graduated are coming back volunteering, then that gives more people the idea and incentives, like, hey, it's not just come here for the class and that's it. It's like we could do work for the whole community as well. So coming here, doing my time, I'm going to be a volunteer patient as well on the final day. I'm too new to facilitate any of these courses, but someday I will. These classes in there. I got my CERT backpack just in case they want to see. You got people that are really experienced and been doing it for years, and people that just graduated like 1 or 2 academies before, and I just got my CERT bag last Monday, so it's still process still in the works. So if they want to know a person who's a veteran CERT member and somebody who's just new, how their bags look, what bags they give us is it's a regular backpack. It's got essentials in there, because we would go around, and in case of, let's say, this is California, so this is an earthquake country, so we have a major earthquake go on. We see buildings damaged extensively, but we would go around and let me see, is nobody on the freeways? Okay, so I can talk at the same time. Yes, they're way back there. So we would go and secure the gas to the houses, because you don't want no fires to come up. We would see if there's anybody out needing assistance, because in a major disaster, all the first responders are going to get so swamped and busy, they're all not going to be able to respond to every single emergency. So what we would do is we would go, let's say, like in my neighborhood, for example, and well, mind you, we're not like first responders, paid first responders, so we're not going to be one of those, tell the spouse and kids goodbye, I got to do this here. Our first job of CERT is, first response is to take care of yourself and your family. So if there was a major earthquake, let's say we had a good 7 something, 8 something, 9 something, and let's say caused a lot of damage, but let's say my house was still good, minor area here, let's say it was in northern San Diego, well, they might activate because of all the damage, injuries, anything going on. They might activate CERT, because like I say, it would swamp. It would be like with these fires going on. We had the fires going on. They had, we had fire department personnel up there fighting LA fires. We're helping out there. So the cities will send some first responders to help out. But what happens is there could be another disaster. Let's say during those Los Angeles fires, we had a major earthquake there. Well, there's only so many fire departments around with so many personnel. So if you have, let's say, 20 houses near a fire station, where people have got damage and injuries, there's not 20 personnel at that fire station. So while they're going out to try to help out there, because they all have these certain, and if fire station number, let's say 1, let's say I'm using this example, was out and busy, they'd call somebody from fire station 2 or 3, please respond. Well, in case of major disaster, our first responder is going to be overwhelmed, so that's where CERT takes effect. Like I said, CERT is Community Emergency Response Team. we'd go out there. We don't want fires to keep going on, so we'd go out there. We see buildings damaged. We would go shut off the gas. We would see if anybody needs some like minor first aid. If buildings aren't collapsed, really, people might be in a building. Somebody might be trapped on something. Well, it's not our responsibility because we're not first responders with all the gear. But we come inside, we found there's a partial collapse and there's 2 people trapped. Well, we're gonna go document that down. We're gonna put it on a form. We're gonna bring it to our CERT commander, whoever our team leader is at the time. We follow the ICS, and which is under NIMS, which is National Incident Management System. Well, we're gonna follow all of this, the procedures they have. So, like my procedure would be, I'd be going with my partner because we gotta go packs of 2 minimum. You don't want to have somebody get injured. We go inside. Somewhere we look around, say, "Hey, do you need help?" If someone's calling for help, say, can we come in? They say yes. Yes, help. And we go see what it is. If somebody's like minor injuries, that we can help them, take them out there to the medical center. Okay. If it's somebody like they're trapped under stuff but not pinned, let's say it's just blocked, well, we can't start taking stuff apart. That's not part of our role because we can get injured. So we would annotate this and we would take it to the form with all the information to our team leader. He'd send out either a rescue team, because it's already documented where it is. I can't say this house here has somebody trapped. Okay, they know, so they send out a rescue team and they're not responding back. Chances are maybe something happened to the response team. If we went there on our own to search a neighborhood, we decided to help somebody out. Okay, let's go try to remove this stuff. We may be removing something that's keeping up the building from collapsing on somebody. And if that's the case, now we're casualties ourselves. And they don't know what happened to us, and they got to sit on another team. So that's why they have us. I didn't understand this inside the academy, but if it's something light, like help somebody get out, but we're not supposed to do major work. Like I say, people's emotions and everything take effect. If you see a kid trapped, you may try to, but you almost got to try to control yourself, because if it's something where there's a lot of debris, you try removing debris and you become trapped, then there's another casualty. But chances are people are going to try to help out, the little kids there. But the purpose really is to gather information and then go. If it's something really serious, like you hear somebody screaming from a collapsed house where it's unsafe to go in, they'll actually have first responders go do that. Somebody's got a lot of training and everything. So this is how CERT would respond to it. We do not, fight major fires. If we saw a small fire, we'll try to put it out. But we cannot, or not supposed to even try to put out major fires. That's for the fire department and their equipment, because they got the capability of putting out these major fires. We're just, we're like the assistants there. We're the light stuff. You want your first responders to, respond to the emergencies. So it's like somebody having a cut on their finger. Oh, you got a cut on your finger. Well, we'll have the bandages and everything, so we can help you with a cut. Major bleeding. We learn about we know how to do direct pressure. If amputation, we could try, but it's really for a professional. But we can try to cover it up, and he tell us what to do. But sometimes people think blood, so that's a trial by fire incident. See how people react. But I wanted to do this because in the Navy, I would get involved there. For a while, I was on what was called the Engineering Casualty Control Training Team, because I knew my I knew my stuff for engineering and the procedures and everything. Responses, emergency responses, controlling actions, emergency actions, or they call it immediate actions, controlling actions. Well, I just woke up. Excuse me. I had to rest, so ate quick. So I started doing that for a little bit, but then they actually needed to watch teams down there. So let's didn't look at. It didn't look right that a senior ranked military wasn't on the team as somebody junior, even though I knew the information. I 99% all my, I was about 99% of the Navy on my advancement exam, so that's just something. So, well, 99% of my designated rate, which was machinist rate, not the entire Navy. The entire Navy, I would still be enough if they compared all the rates and their knowledge test for the advancement, but for 99% of the machinist mates, I was about 99% of the Navy. I knew my stuff, and let's start doing this, but it was actually better that I went on back on the watch bill, because we needed people to, you got to pass at least 2 of the 3 drills, otherwise you fail. A Navy ship doesn't want to fail, so of course my watch team, my section, we did good. The other one didn't do good. So that was one good, one bad. And then afterwards, then they got to grab all the ringers on there to pass the 3rd one. But I enjoyed that time I was on the engineering casualty control training team. And on one of my ships, I actually find errors in the EOS, engineering operational sequencing system. So I looked through that, rewrote it, and submitted it off to the Navy for review, approval, and submitting it in our. So I should try to look for that, see if I have any kind of credit for that. I was, junior sailor there. I was only E5. I wasn't an E6 or E7. E7 is the NCO Chiefs. E6 is the first classes. So it'd be good if I was in the Navy manual for doing all that, but I kind of doubt it. Not sure if it would be command specific or what, but it would have been nice. But I don't think I'll make it in there, but I don't care. But like I said, I enjoyed doing there. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, let me do this now. Let me join join a CERT Academy. Maybe become CERT. So last fall I did a CERT Academy. Regardless of doing good in there, I enjoyed it overall. Even if I was the worst one in there, even if I wasn't up there, I still enjoyed it. Had fun. It was to have fun and saw what went on. And even if I was the bottom of the scale, I would still go to come here to help out, because there's, regardless of how you do and what you might know, there's always room for improvement. So nobody can say they know everything. You're always going to learn something. So regardless of my thinking out of the box and to come up with solutions and doing things that they've never seen, that actually surprise them. Oh, there's always more ways to learn. I learned something even during the initial exercise. I thought it would be easy to do these classroom discussions, classroom exercises. So we do one thing, it teaches you other ways to do it. So I was like, okay, so I learned something then. And even though I've been in the class there, I've seen everything going on. I went through there, graduated from the CERT Academy. I got a socialized award, which I was honored to get. There was award was in tribute to another CERT member. Had somebody there. I guess he was a CERT member, volunteer for 20 some years, and so hopefully they had actually an award for him, and so in his honor, and I got it. So I feel honored on that. So it's like, it mean, if I didn't get the award, I still would do this. I like doing this. I like getting involved here. I would always, I'd be prepared. Oh, watch out for those preparing. Well, they teach you the same way. And they call them the preppers. Look out for the preppers. Well, they teach you the same thing for FEMA and everybody else. Ready.gov in the U.S. FEMA. They say, you got to have your emergency kits. So, make sure you got so many days of food and water, supplies that you need, because if there's a disaster, it's going to be hard for them to get to you. So you might be 72 hours before somebody's able to respond. So make sure you have something at your house. I mean, yes, I know the last 4 years the economy killed us, and yeah, I had emergency supplies for a month, but just to be on the safe side, because like I said, a disaster, it's going to be more than a few days. It's going to be hard for people to respond, especially like I said. So the other reason I became CERT, because I go out there too, because it's not just the food and water issues. It's assistance though, because a lot of people in this world, they're just into thinking of themselves, and we used to have neighbors looking out for neighbors. That don't happen there. I have somebody down the street from me who's, I think, got mental issues. The guy's always screaming at people. He was screaming last week at 4 a.m. telling people F you MFers, and it's like, what the heck? So he woke me up, and I usually get up early enough for work, but he woke me up. And so, and then he did the same thing. I walked my dog, and guys snapped. The people out there need help. I'm not any psychological help, psychiatric help person, but that's not what CERT is. CERT would be in case of disaster. We go right help people out. But I'm at the San Diego Fire Department training facility here. I'm pulling up now, and I'm gonna go and see what they want me to start doing. But like I said, it gives back to the community, and they see that, and they appreciate that too. And then also, if some disaster went on, they're gonna go. I think when the responders do go out there, they're gonna make sure, I think, that the CERT members are also taken care of too, because they're gonna need their help. And if CERT has to do other stuff, the CERT member volunteers has to do a lot of stuff. They're going to. Let me walk around. You can see I'm at right by Naval Training Center we used to have here.